Hello, hello, Leo. Welcome to your November 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Leo. And before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter if you would like to get a reading sent to your inbox every Sunday and stay up to date with all the good things I put out. And check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing if you haven't already. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and a comment if this resonates with you. I'm going to lay this spread out and then we will get started. Okay, let's start with your oracle cards. First thing, the Mystic. So the first thing that's immediately coming up is wandering. So not necessarily having a clear defined goal or a concrete thing to grab a hold of right now. It's kind of like the aimlessness is supporting you in discovering other parts of yourself, or the uncertainty is supportive in spiritual discovery. So if you end up feeling a little bit discombobulated in November, know that there's elements of that that's really important for growth. I don't know, of course, we'll see what happens in the rest of the reading. I don't foresee the entire month being that, but there is an element. This is looking very much like the moon to me, that Neptunian, dreamy fogginess. And it might just be that there's a lot of information that you're still gathering and that's needed for you to integrate. And we also have the Lamb. Innocence is the word that's coming up. Getting back to the core of your truth, your desires, play, being in harmony. Like, think about before you're wounded, before you have judgments. If you didn't know or have like the hard lessons of being an adult human, right? If you didn't have any of that, what type of naivete would you be infusing into your life, right? Would you just love freely? Would you pursue your goals without a second thought? It's that level of innocence which can really carry you into your passions and your dreams. It's the you need to be realistic that we often get bogged down with. And so this is about making your way back to that innocent space to play with. And then we have knowledge, seek understanding, look beyond your assumptions, know that your answer already exists. This is playing into that mystic energy that we have on the table as well. It's seeking knowledge. It's more knowledge and wisdom and information coming up. There's going to be lots of clarity, but the clarity comes from questions, investigation, curiosity. Let's see what the central energy is for you this month. We have the Two of Pentacles. This is decisions, and I'm getting evaluation. So you kind of having to sit and weigh things for yourself. Let me see what the crossing energy is. The Emperor. So the solution, if you're looking to get clarity on a decision or forward movement or what's next for me, ground yourself. Turn to stabilizing your body, stabilizing your energy, and in that quiet stillness is where clarity will come from. So you have to go into the unknown. I'm also getting meditation, because meditation, if we look at it from a masculine perspective, venturing into the empty space, the void, that's what the mystic does. Wandering off into the middle of the desert and just seeing what comes up in that empty space. So it is a masculine practice, just in case you're wondering. But it's kind of like when you are uncertain, go still. Get curious, but without an agenda, without having to force anything. You just become still and then find the clarity in that space. What you have shifting out is the Son of Cups. I'm going to read the oncoming energy first. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this is looking like your emotions may have been driving you. And emotions are really supportive, like signposts. They're helpful experiences to have. It can give you a lot of guidance. But if your emotional world is driving you and running you, you're going to run into a lot of snags and hiccups, and it's going to cause some problems, which is why you don't want to be exclusively emotionally run, right? And so this is about shifting out of that. I'm getting that you're kind of saying goodbye to letting the emotional ebbs and flows be what determine how you approach things. And instead, there seems to be a lot of implementation that's oncoming. So the Four of Pentacles, just so you know, my hit on this looks like you're more organized. This is looking like control, more of the security energy, laying down a healthy foundation. This is one of those elements of the Four of Pentacles that I know doesn't get touched on often. We usually look at this as scarcity. I don't see that at all in this reading. This is about needing to become conservative with your energy and how you're laying things down so that you don't fall into the old pattern of just getting on every single roller coaster ride of your emotions. Right, the emotions can be there, they can be processed and worked with, but driving, letting the emotions drive you is what you're shifting out of. And so now, with the practices that you're in November, right, becoming still, growing quiet, going back to innocence, it's going to set it up so that you have a clear system in place, or something has been implemented to where you feel more grounded and secure, which is also what the Emperor is helping you out with, just strategically speaking. And then to clarify the Four of Pentacles, what this really is about. The Lovers. Ooh, okay, so think about the Lovers on a couple different, from a couple different perspectives. So for some of you, maybe it's you needing to get grounded and clear within yourself so that you can invite this relationship in. For others of you, like if you're already in partnership and everything, this could have more to do with a passion or an endeavor or something that you want to like marry, right? Like something you're really, really committed and devoted to, that perhaps you haven't had the time, space, or bandwidth to invite into your life. So think about the systems that need to be in place, like the organization, the structure, strategies, and tools that need to be laid down first in order to invite this in. And that's what you have oncoming. So all of this processing that is serving you in November is in service of you inviting this into your life and being organized, grounded, and structured enough to where this makes sense, right? You don't want to invite something in prematurely if you can't handle it or you don't have the bandwidth for it. Let's see what's happening in your environment in November. Eight of Swords. So it's like you're fully baked. There's something about the what you have sitting in the environment. It's kind of like you're right there, ready to go, fully morphed, fully baked. Everything is set and ready. There's a little bit of mental body resistance that's coming up here. But I'm getting that like the environmental stage that's being set in November is helping you. But with this fully formed butterfly right here, I'm just getting a little bit of impatience. This looks like you being impatient, like I'm ready, I'm bursting at the seams, I'm raring to go, I want this to happen. And the environment, there might be some things that need to get rearranged and organized in order for you to do that and make that happen. So allow yourself to breathe through any discomfort or any resistance that's coming up and just keep embodying being ready. Like I'm ready for, you know, having the tools, strategies, and resources to invite in whatever this Lovers is, whether that be relationship or something career-based or family stuff, whatever. Let's see what else you have going on. We have Five of Pentacles. I'll clarify this one for you just to see what that's about. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So interesting. There's something that isn't working and there's something that is working really well. So you're just going to have to work out the bugs with this Five of Pentacles, because both of these are reflecting what you want to lean into more. The Ace of Pentacles is yes, 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 lean in, lean in, lean in. Whatever is being initiated there. Ace of Knives. Okay, so I pulled this to clarify the Five of Coins. I think you know what this is. If there's something that is making you feel like you're not yourself, you're not whole or feeling solid within yourself and in your being, and it's muddying you. So think about, this is making you damp and soggy, environmentally, whatever is happening outside of you, or something that you might still be saying yes to or inviting in or being available for energetically, mentally, or whatever. You already know what that is. There's something that is causing you to feel like that wilted flower. You have the insight already. Probably as I'm talking about it, you probably know what this is, and that's what you need to address, right? So clean that up. Get your systems in place so you can invite in this passion and this project or thing that you want to marry, commit to, devote yourself to. And it's kind of like the stage is set, you're ready to go, but there's that thing that you need to probably edit, review, adjust, adapt to, or implement a strategy around. So that's what the Ace of Knives is really highlighting. It's the mental clarity of you already know. You know what's going on here. The Ace of Pentacles is just the environment is right for you to initiate or continue pursuing a project or whatever it is you have that you're wanting and craving and investing in. And so it's a little bit of both, but this is just like the seed has been planted. It's not fully grown yet. So the initiation has happened. It's already in the ether, right? It's in the environment. It's already happened. This is something that has likely already been initiated. If you're saying, no, that doesn't resonate, then think about this as an invitation to go for it if you are the one doing the initiating. Okay, let's look at what's happening internally as well as some advice for you. We have the World, really, really, really trusting that things are coming together, and the Three of Wands. The World, I think, is more of a reminder. This is what's happening internally. The full picture, the cycle being completed, something is getting wrapped up for you in November. And this is really exciting. It's kind of like, I think that November is a month of wrapping things up and putting final touches and details on things before you receive the thing or invite the big thing or step into the level up fully and completely. And there's just a lot of, I don't want to say holding, but that's the word that's coming up. And don't put negative judgments on the fact that I'm saying holding. It's not that anything is being withheld from you. Put that aside. This is just about you, like I said, the final details need to come together. Things are getting wrapped up. So allow it to unfold exactly how it needs to. This is one of those months where I would say you need to not get antsy. Don't get antsy and impatient. Reel that in and really trust the timing. Now, the advice for you is have the clear vision and intention. go back to stabilizing your ask. And the other piece of advice that's coming up is don't set an intention or ask for something until you're clear and devoted to it. So you don't want to place an order and then change your order 15 times, just from a manifestation perspective. So make sure that you're clear, you anchor into it, and then you embody that fully. That's going to make it the cleanest and sharpest. So allow yourself to lean into that. I'm just getting that there's a lot that's getting wrapped up in November. So give yourself the month to wrap things up and let things come to completion, knowing that big things are what you're inviting in, but there's just a few elements of security and foundation that you're learning and integrating in November. Let's do a 3-card pick. You're welcome to ask for guidance, clarity, support, whatever you need. Or maybe you have a specific question. If you need more time, pause the video, tune in to whichever card is calling to you. And card number 1, we have the Ace of Swords. The mind is powerful, right? We can do a lot with the mind. And it can also be our worst enemy. So you have to come from a neutral space of, okay, I can make the mind work for me. And so if it's something that's harming you, clean it up. If it's something that you feel like you're kind of in a stagnant place with, then lean into growing skills and developing like your imagination, your ability to trigger the feelings and emotions that you desire. It's kind of like you're the gatekeeper to whether or not the mind helps you or harms you. So choose accordingly, especially if you're asking about a situation, you need to address the mental body. Card number 2, we have the Tower. So this has to go. The 5 of Pentacles, whatever is making you feel this way, has to go. So it's not, you can also think about that is probably gumming up the works. And if you have a lot of resistance to releasing this, then it's like your space is going to be cluttered and it's going to be harder for things to come through. I don't think that all of you are in that position, but really think about things that make you feel bad have the potential to compound, which is why you want to be very careful continuing to engage with things that don't feel good. And so the Tower is just saying you making a conscious choice to release, break it down, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Because that is how you'll actually be able to cultivate bigger, better, more. Card number 3, we have the 6 of Swords. Keep moving is the main thing coming through with this card. I'm just getting that the progress is going to keep growing and continuing. And so you already have you've launched, you've set off on the journey, and so now it's just a matter of continuing to reach the other side. So this is a reminder to not throw in the towel or evacuate prematurely. This is a time to see things through and let yourself get to the other side of the choppy waters. I definitely recommend that based on this card. It's just reminding you that things will change and will grow more stable. So you've already got some momentum going. Don't get distracted or impatient or start getting fussy. Just keep moving in the direction you're going. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of the month ahead. Don't forget to subscribe, sign up for my newsletter. I have more good things coming, so stay up to date with me. Check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing. I am sending you so much love and support. If you would like to work with me or learn more, go to onyxhealing.com, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.